got questions to ask, and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, dig it for 20, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck.
Because, Good morning, good afternoon. Yeah, it's definitely afternoon, evening. I don't know why I said good morning. Hi guys, it's Monday. You know what that means? It means we get to chat, we get to hang out, talk about whatever wild and crazy things have happened. I sent out a bunch of invites, and if anyone's got some free time and wants to stop in, they are free to. If you didn't get an invite, my bad. I'm not quite on top of all of that. Just say something in the chat and I can get you that invite. It's been a day. Every time I think I'm ready, it's just something else. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to do this. And I thought I was on top of it. That's what I get for listening to the Housewives of Beverly Hills in the background as I go about my day. Get sidetracked with the show. Let's see here. So, the biggest thing that I saw off the top of my head is the Delta flight that was pulling in. It's not a vehicle. It was landing in Toronto, Pearson Airport, and I guess it caught wind or something, ended up upside down and sliding across the runway. So that's fun. From the sounds of it, there was 3 people in critical, but not critical injury, but not like deadly. They're all going to survive. And then there was like 15 others who were injured, but okay. But yeah, day after day after day lately, we are being reminded, or I am being reminded of why I won't fly. I I won't do it. I've never done it, and I have no intentions on doing it. It doesn't seem safe. Anyways, hello everyone. Hi MJ, how you doing? Dom saying right in the middle of my dinner time. Hope I get back before you're done. Okay, enjoy your dinner. Hi, Fill Some Holes. How you doing? Good evening again, MJ. Oh yeah, that first one was at noon. Right on. 6:02. Yeah, it's 4:02 for me. A trick pilot, eh, MJ? Yeah, I don't know. No tricks for me. I'm just not gonna. My biggest fear is the long fall. You're completely aware that you're falling. You're completely aware you are going to die when you hit the ground. But you're also aware for long enough to be aware of that fact. And that scares the heck out of me. So no flying. I like boats and planes and, or boats and trains rather. No planes. Hello, Watcher. How you doing? Fill Some Holes saying, all the times I've flown, something has happened. See? Yeah, and I'm just okay with not. I would rather be on a boat and have to, do my best to survive in the ocean than being in a plane and then not being in a plane, but still being high up in the air and falling very, very fast. That's not cool for me. I'm not okay with it. It took me a while, and even to this day, it still kind of gets me, like in video games, like in Red Dead Redemption. If you ride up to the cliff really, really fast and then look down, that will give me the vertigo, the scary, scary in the pit of my stomach feeling. I just can't do it. So not for me. But yeah, I will stick to the train and the boat, and I have better confidence in myself, being aware, being able to survive such a thing. You know, it's all about averages. I can swim for days and I can float for even longer. Yeah, other than that, where did I, oh, of course, where did I put them? There, that's where I put them. Uh, no, there, that's the one. Yeah, so it looks like 15 people injured, 3 critically. That's the latest we've got. Perfect. Awesome possum. So what do you guys want to talk about today? I heard about something, a rabbit hole that I wouldn't mind falling down into and taking a look at. Something about scientists cracking a major fusion puzzle, bringing us closer to unlimited energy, allegedly. Now, I heard about this fusion power earlier today in regards to its use in healing, which kind of, piqued my interest. And oops, oh goodness, okay, I almost closed the wrong one. That would have been fun. Yes, it's very interesting. I did not read or realize that fusion power was advanced as it's getting. I heard about some healing things. It was briefly, but it caught my attention. Hello, Brian. Hello from your car. Hello, Brian in his car. Good to see you. Oh, I missed some, you guys. Fill some holes. All the times I've flown, something has happened. Watcher saying I'll never fly again. Never liked it. Anxiety of crashing and being in such a confined space. Yeah, see, crashing in confined space, like, I can handle that, like, as like a car wreck or something. I think I could, what really gets me, what really, really gets me is the awareness of your impending doom and just how much it's going to hurt for that entire time as you're falling. It's the falling bit, because I know once you hit, it doesn't matter how hard or how much it hurts. It's only going to be an instant. You're not going to survive falling that long, right? But it's that awareness, I think, is what scares me the most. But I've never ever trusted planes. I've now in my 40s, I've got friends who can fly, and they keep going, oh no, you can fly with me and you'll feel fine. That's not it. It's not who's flying the plane. It's the fact that I'm up there in the first place. MJ says commercial air is the safest mode of transportation. Fair enough. But I think my chances of survival are much better, if not. I like to have control of things, and there's nothing I can do when I'm just falling. Fill some holes. Said had a mishap with the plane I was on running over a baggage train. Oof, yeah, thank you, no. Thank you, no. Fusion or fission? From what I understand, he said fusion. It wasn't something I could reverse and go back on. But my understanding is fusion. And he was talking about some stuff that NASA was going to use for their astronauts, but he wasn't allowed to talk much about it, but he could talk about, but he couldn't. It's weird. It's a drama show. It's Housewives, right? So it's a drama show. They didn't really care about what he was talking about. It was the fact that he shouldn't be talking about it that they were more interested in. and his wife telling him to hush. But yeah, I believe it was fusion power and using that to in ways to heal the body. And it's stuff, it's at least from the medical standpoint, I've heard of these theories before. So it was interesting to hear that they had made steps forward, especially considering this is still a few years ago. I'm just catching up on all these housewives. I was never, I don't have TV anymore, so I can't watch any of the, stuff. But Shenny's been playing it for me. We did the OC, the Housewives of the OC, and I really love them. I kind of got sucked in. Those women just, they know how to do the drama. But we finally caught up to the seasons as they're playing, so we had to find something else to watch while we're waiting for the new season. And we decided to do Beverly Hills because there's a little bit of crossover. But I also wanted to be working in Hollywood, right? I wanted to be doing makeup and working in film there. So it's kind of interesting to see, celebrities in natural habitat. It's not their natural habitat, of course. They're all acting. It's drama TV. But I'm really enjoying it. And this dude just sent me on an interesting search I'm going to go look into a little bit more. Oh, everyone's saying, okay, hi to Brian. See, I was reading ahead. Anyone know what the second safest mode of transportation is? Boat. My guess is boat. Squabob, hello. How you doing, Squabby? Flown lots, never had trouble. Of course, I'm a squab. The key is to swallow the bugs in flight. Gotcha. See, when you're born with wings to fly, that's a whole nother situation. If I had been born a bird, flying wouldn't have been a problem. But I am not meant to fly. My body was not built aerodynamically at all. I will not be flying anytime soon. Oh, MJ, school bus is the second safest. Interesting, considering school bus, they don't even have seatbelts. Interesting. I love to drive. Driving is one of it's like probably the only place where I can feel completely anxiety free. All of that, everything just disappears, and I can just go. It's a lot easier to go out into public and do things like grocery shopping and stuff like that. When you've got a car in the parking lot. So if an anxiety attack hits you, if a panic attack hits you, you've got a safe space. You just have to make it to the parking lot, right? That really shrunk my world when I had to give up owning a car because it's too expensive when you're on disability. The gas alone is too expensive, let alone buying the car and making sure everything runs properly, right? God forbid there's a problem. But yeah, once I didn't have that car in the parking lot safety net, things got a lot smaller. I'm fixing that now. I've been working on that for years, but I really love to be behind the wheel of a car. And yeah, you guys can throw out your women drivers jokes all you want. I really enjoy spending a day just doing a long lazy drive, just sightseeing. It's I don't know. I love it. But it's interesting that the school bus is the second safest mode of transportation. Very interesting. Watcher says, I love being out on the boat, no fear, and ironically, it's far more dangerous. If you ever sail the Great Lakes, you take your life in your hands, not for the inexperienced and drunk. Yeah, I've never been on the Great Lakes, obviously, but growing up on the coast, right next to Vancouver, I was very, very lucky a girlfriend of mine, her parents had their own sailboat, and once they retired, pardon me, they retired to Galliano Island, I think, or no. Oh shoot, no, Galliano's a booze. Either which way, it was one of the little islands out in the Vancouver Island area. And they had to sail their sailboat from Stanley Park Yacht Club to its new home on the island, and they invited me to come with them. And it was the coolest experience I've ever had. I've gone over that expanse of the ocean before by boat, but never by sailboats. And they allowed me to sail it and really get some hands-on experience. It was so much fun. It was, yeah, it was really a lot of fun. And those same people, my friend, she ended up teaching me and another buddy how to kayak, and she had sea kayaks. So she decided that it was high time that we learned how to flip the kayak over, and then how to release ourselves, how to flip ourselves back over, how to recover from that sort of thing. So she chose to take us to a glacier fed lake. And as it's the coast, it was, gray and raining and gross. And it was freezing cold and awful. And I tell you, I learned how to flip and flip back out so quick. It was amazing. But it was really cool because the sea kayaks have the feet pedals for, not propellers, but for the things to help steer. Either which way, loads of fun. And I much prefer a kayak to a canoe, because I always seem to be the one doing all the work in the canoe, while everyone else is cracking a beer, playing a guitar, smoking a joint, something like that. I'm always the one in the back actually doing the work. So I much prefer a kayak. It can take me and my stuff, and that's it. So ho science, says Brian. Ho science. I don't know what ho science is. Pardon me. You'll have to clarify that. Watchers saying, oh my God, I'm ashamed. I know both Beverly Hills and OC Housewives lore. See, yeah, it's long been a guilty pleasure of mine to watch reality TV, but I don't really enjoy watching the reality TV programs these days. I much prefer to watch people react to it. I get the sauciest bits, and the reaction video people that I watch, I appreciate them. I enjoy watching them react more than I think I would enjoy spending, the 45 minutes or whatever per episode watching it, watching the actual show. But the OC Housewives were so good. And what did we do? We started out just watching the couch episodes for each season until we were about halfway through the series of the OC. And then we started watching the full season. And I'm hooked. I love it. The Beverly Hills one I'm enjoying just as much. And it's interesting to see people that I grew up knowing and seeing kind of how they live in real life, kind of. Everything's a show. It's not it's not real, but it's quite interesting. Denise Richards just came in last season. We just started the first episode of season 10 today, and we've done a few seasons, or a few episodes of season 10 now. It's a lot of fun, very entertaining. Oh, all right. I got to get used to doing that and not using this. An Amish buggy. I don't know. That's only a couple of minutes ago, an Amish buggy. I don't know. Everyone's saying hello. Hello, Kaiser. You got the invite today, right? It's in the Vice's stream links only thing. I attached everyone. So that's where the link is. If you can't find it, let me know and I will drop it for you again. Hello, Christine. How you doing? Reformed Grit. Good to see you. Good to meet you. I had to a major swerve to miss some pheasants today. Oh, it's a hard knock life. You live out of the city then, eh? You lucky. I live out of the city as well. I live in the ghetto, but it's a very small town in, the interior BC. So, oh yeah, we were talking about that's why you said now I get your Amish buggy comment. It's nice though, eh? You're dodging wildlife and enjoying that as opposed to homeless junkies and all the weirdness of the city. I so much prefer to live out here. Yes, driving can be rather cathartic. And like I said, having the mobile safety blanket location really helped a lot with my anxiety and being out in public around people. Oh, thank you, Wild. I see the flossing. I see the flossing Trump. Thank you. That's awesome. But yeah, I found it helped an awful lot being able to go out in public. If I had a safe spot in the parking lot, I could always get that far. Hi, Wild. Thank you. Yeah, there's something iffy about the Rumble thing. At least it worked this time. Last time I streamed, I had to cancel and rebuild the Rumble stream on the fly after I'd gone live. For some reason, the StreamYard thing didn't want to connect it. So I redid everything the way they asked me to today, and it seems like it actually worked. It looks like it took more than its normal, delay time, but at least it's working. Fishing out just south of Green Bay was fun. Yeah, see, I've never been out that way. I'm BC born and bred. Furthest out I went was Saskatchewan. That's the furthest east I've gone, which is not very far at all. Oh, hi, AP. Did I not? Okay, see, I told you. Well, I didn't tell you because you're just getting here. I said at the beginning, I think I missed sending out some invites. There we go. Let's minimize this. Linky no worky. Oh, well, shoot. Okay. So what we're going to do then is, well, no, I need to get back here and get this copy. Okay. So I got to find that again. Discord. First things first, Vice's mods. I will stream link only. Oops. Oh, of course, now I've moved this. There. There's the there's the invite. Hopefully that works. I just dropped it again in stream links only. And oh, yes, that one worked for sure. So because I can see you, I don't need to send it to you personally. Hello, Kaiser. How goes?
Oh, I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. Like I said, I was watching drama TV in the background while I was doing stuff, and I think I kind of dropped the ball on the invites. So thank you for speaking up.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. It kept giving me a 404 on both the Vice's link and the one you sent to me. I don't know why.
Weird.
But, yeah, sometimes that happens. So yeah, if I just would have like,
I linked it, not working. No, that helps a lot actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, here, let me just quickly, let's drop that. We
Mm,
drop that link there. That's the group one.
yeah.
All right. Anyone else should be able to.
I'm going to
Say
apologize in
something.
advance. I'm on day 1 of this pre-procedural diet, and I want to die.
Oh, yes. Yes, I
between that and
saw I
running
saw what you're going for. I've been
between that and
there.
running on 3 hours of sleep.
Oof. That's no fun either. What are you doing to yourself?
Well, apparently, I found a new book series, and it's just got the creative gears turning again, and I've been
Okay.
sitting there, like, trying to get back in the groove of doing my writing and stuff, and yeah, it kind of spiraled out of control. I 3 days in a row, I have done, like, late nighters like that,
Oh,
just, like,
cool.
typing, just, like, so much just
That's
word vomit coming
awesome.
out. I'm
Yeah,
not even
I
joking.
noticed you guys were having a talk in the Vices thing about different
Oh,
books.
lord. Yeah. Yeah. Some spicy reading material.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't read any of that of late. Oh, hi, Mr. Q. AP, yes. That's the other thing I needed to do. See, I knew I needed to drop it somewhere else. AP. Oh, paste.
Yep.
Try that again. That should work now, AP. Sorry about that.
Give it a whirl.
Hello, Bishop. How you doing? Um, food is the root of all evil, says Squabby. Yeah, see, interesting. So the links didn't work and the Rumble started super slow. Interesting. Fun
Hmm.
times with the internet. Has anyone else? Oh, hello, SH and Lady. How you doing, Lady?
Mhm.
Make sure I haven't missed anyone else.
Good.
MSO, good to see you. And hello, JK. How you doing, bud? All right.
You
Has
say
anyone else? Is it
running.
just me, or has anyone else noticed that YouTube is fucking around even more than normal, and you can't just find the people whose streams you want to watch? Like they're making it very hard to find the people you follow.
Yeah, it's a day ending with Y, so I mean, YouTube is gonna be fucking with something.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, what? I mean, that's their entire MO, and you know,
Yeah.
is what
I'm
it is.
starting to think they're trying to work around they're trying to censor certain ideas, I guess. Trying to do it in a new workaround kind of way because the old algorithm has been figured out. So my guess is they're trying
Yeah,
to fix
they're
it and
trying
get
to.
ahead of the curve.
Well, I mean, the old algorithm kind of sucked anyway,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're just mad. Yeah, they're mad that somebody figured it out and like, oh, we could just game the system now. And it's like, yeah, so let's
Yeah.
just change it. I'm like, okay, can you change it to something that doesn't suck? How's that?
Yeah.
That's
Can
a
you make it
question I'd
work
like to
this time?
right. And because I mean, God only knows. I mean, I know I have not been posting a lot lately, and a lot of that falls on the fact that yeah, for the last 3 weeks, it has just been my own personal medical emergency, my kid going in the hospital, and then my procedure this week. I'm like,
Yeah. One thing
"Can I
after
catch a
another.
fucking break?"
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Squabby. Squab gifted a subscription on the Rumble to Wild. That's awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, Squab, and enjoy that, Wild. You're here every time. I love that you got it. Meet your new censorship, same as the old censorship.
Is
Exactly.
that truth? Oh, my hair is
Exactly.
looking really good tonight, and what the heck is going on there? My hair never looks good.
No, yeah, it's you've got the kind of the Clark Kenty thing, the nice
Kinda got the little swoop
not
going on, like, "Oh, that's
yeah,
unintentional."
yeah. um CVS and one oh I scrolled past that one. Oh, I really scrolled. There we go. I should start like starring these things so that I know where I was. There we go. Yes, Mr. Q, you should definitely think about making a calendar with all the different animals that you see around your property.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he goes out checking the trap lines. He's shooting crows because crows are more fun to shoot than skeet shooting is. Which makes total, that was his why do you shoot crows? That was his answer, and I think it's makes total sense. Why shoot pottery when you could actually shoot pests, you know?
Yeah, I
But
don't
he's
know.
got all
They're
sorts
pretty
of stuff.
intelligent.
Yes, well, they are, but they're annoying as fuck. Not as bad as magpies, but pretty bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not as bad as magpies. So I've heard anyway. We don't have those
Oh,
down here.
we've got them, and they are evil. They're really, really mean birds. They used to come in. My mom had a standard poodle, like a purebred standard poodle. He was a lemon dog, but still a big, huge dog. And the magpies would come in and attack him anytime they let him out into the backyard. It was like 3/4 of an acre or something
Mhm.
like that, or quarter of an, something like that. Big property on the corner. But every time we let the dog out in the backyard, the magpies would start attacking him. It was brutal. They're not cool.
Yeah. I've heard horror stories about magpies.
Yeah. Yeah. They're pretty, but not nice. Lady says, I'm not sure what your diet is, but I've been fasting. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got an idea. I know exactly what diet you're in because I've been there. So
Yeah.
yeah, not fun. But you're gonna feel lighter than you have in ages.
It was really weird because even just on day one of this thing, and I had just a very light breakfast, and then I only could stomach, a bowl of ramen for lunch. And then
Yeah.
I was just sitting there like, okay, well, dinner and plans went immediately out the window. Only thing I had again was freaking ramen. So I'm like sitting there going, oh, I'm kind of screwed. So then I'm sitting there, I'm like, I've only had like a scant, maybe like less than 1,200 calories in total a day.
Wow.
And I'm sitting
Yeah.
here going, ooh, I feel a little light, a little feisty.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on a slightly different diet. I'm on I call it the rainbow diet. The acupuncturist, she's a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine. She said more legumes. Well, we had this talk, more legumes and a whole bunch of more fresh vegetables,
Right.
which I've been doing, and it's been really nice. It's been a long time since I bothered to make the effort to like prep vegetables and stuff and make, good meals because it's just me. It's easier to just, cook,
Hmm.
cook something quick and simple and, a fried egg sandwich and be done with it. So it's been really
Right.
nice to eat all these fresh vegetables and enjoy it again. Um, Still haven't gotten too much into the legumes, but I'm trying. Next, I have to thaw out the ground beef and I can make some chili because
There you
I've
go.
got the secret ingredient. It came back into town and I got some. So
Paprika.
yeah, no, it's not that.
Oh yeah. Chili powder.
um, no, no, not at all. It was nothing I would have considered putting into
Cumin?
chili. Yeah, nothing at all. But my mom swears by it, and I love her chili. She can do a few things really, really well, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Mr. Q's saying, I watched the mountain lion chase a bobcat across the road last week. This time it was kind of cool. There's just critters everywhere. And that's what you get for living in nowhere. And
Right.
that's exactly it. I mean, I've got my ghetto deer that come into the yard.
Ghetto deer.
They're really cool. They're really cool. But yeah, anything more than that, they stay up into the hills.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hello, MSO.
Whoa.
Here we go. Kaiser Kent says JKD Buck. I wish they'd have timestamps in Rumble chat too. It would be nice.
Yep.
There we go. JK's in there. Cumin, cinnamon, Wild's coming in a little molasses and brown sugar. Cinnamon is good in tomato sauces, says SH.
Yep.
None of those. It was really interesting. And yeah, quite surprising. So I will perfect it and then I'll throw the recipe out there.
There
Want to
you
make
go.
sure I do it right first. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess you're able to do, because you've kind of had some time, extra time at home. Have you been able to do more catching up on movies? Anything like that? I had seen you were
Not really a lot of movies per se, but I mean, yeah, I this whole thing is kind of, you know, been getting caught up on reading, I'll put it that way. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
I just, you know, last week whenever I was in the ER with the kid, I'm just like, yeah, the wife kept bugging me like every 5 minutes. I'm trying to listen to something or something, whatever. And it was just like every 5 minutes she kept bugging me, bugging me, bugging me, bugging me. I'm like, okay, what do you fucking want? And she kind of got mad at me at one point. Like, why don't you just take your headphones out and, like, you know, you listen? I'm like, because you've got the kids sitting here listening to fucking Blippi. Okay, I'm just gonna pro tip out there to your new parents who were looking, you know, at children's programming. For the love of fucking God, do not ever show your kids Blippi. Don't ever do it. It is god awful.
I don't think I've heard of
And
Blippi.
some guy started out like doing like he started doing on YouTube and then ended up going to like Nickelodeon, I think, for a little while, and then ended up actually splitting off and actually creating his own channel called Blippi TV and then doing something on like YouTube again. And he's the
Okay.
most annoying little fucker I've ever seen. Like, I mean, look, I've seen children's programming. I've seen some annoying shit. This dude crosses a fucking line.
Yeah. Interesting. I haven't heard of it at all. So
Oh,
lady,
don't, yeah.
lady saying noted. I'm super sus of it.
It's god awful. I mean, I don't think there's anything necessarily bad per se in there.
Yeah.
It's just that this guy is absolutely goddamn annoying. And then on top of that, they have like 3 sound effects for the entire show and they play them constantly.
Oh, yeah.
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 I have got this like Pavlov sort of like thing going on now. It's like anytime I hear that little like ding noise that they have on there, I like immediately like fight or flight mode. Just like want to punch something. I'm like, no.
Oh.
It's so bad. And yeah. But yeah, after all that stuff at the ER this week, I was like, okay, I got to find something else to do. And I swear to God, like Amazon is listening to me or something like that, because like I bought some books for the wife for Christmas.
Yeah.
Not my kind of thing. And I mean, I'm a reader, don't get me wrong, but that's not my genre. And then suddenly it's like starts like throwing like, these other suggestions at me. And I'm just like, no, I'm not reading that. Go away. And then for whatever reason, like one popped up and I'm just like, okay, that cover's kind of cool. Let me take a look at it. 99 cents. I'm going to have to try that one out. Yep. By the time literally the next day, because I literally, it was like a 99 cents for the Kindle version. It was a 700-page book. And it was, I had $1.50 in like the Amazon cash.
Oh, perfect.
So I got it for free.
Yeah.
Blew through the whole damn book in one night.
Oh, wow.
I was like, holy crap, I cannot stop. Like, it's one of those. I'm like, there's like still a couple of points where I'm like, there's a little grammatical mistake. They use the wrong word. It's like the same word. Like they say the word grizzly. It's supposed to be gristly, potato. You got to know the pronunciation. I'm just like, use the wrong word there, but I understand what you're going for. And then, yeah. But then it's just like, it still keeps me freaking like coming back in. So then I ended up rereading it and then going back and I found the audiobook version. And now I've got all those too. So I have the entire series now.
Nice.
And I'm like,
nice.
oh God. I'm like halfway through the second book right now. And I'm just like, Oh God, I have to make this last the rest of the week at least.
Cannot stay up all night every night.
Well, the
Oh,
thing is, I haven't. Thanks. Yeah, I
hello,
haven't.
AP.
Hey, AP.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Going pretty good, thanks.
Mm.
Yeah, I haven't read much of anything other than my like reading streams for a while because I just got annoyed with all the as soon as the Kindle became a thing, grammatics or grammar and
Grammar.
punctuation and everything just went out the window. I cannot do
Yeah.
audiobooks because they annoy me so much. If it's
I'm
just
very selective. Yeah.
yeah, I can't do it. But I'm actually going back now through my hardcovers and trying to find stuff that I can do for my reading stream.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of thinking or learning books. I've either got, practical DIY stuff
Right.
and I've got all sorts of fiction. So, although I'm
Yeah.
trying to get permission from the Robert Heinlein estate, I want to get permission from them to start reading their books because I've got 2 Tupperware bins full of his books just sitting there. So,
Oh yeah, Heinlein's good stuff.
yeah, oh for sure. Hello, Johnny. How you doing?
Better.
Good, good.
Pretty
Up
good.
and down. Feeling better. Hung out with the kid, and my gut was unhappy, so I was sick and didn't do a stream today. And I'm like, oh, whatever it was is past. She elbowed me 4 times. It's not past anymore.
Fair enough. Does your daughter? I know you've got your daughter's 6. So does she know what Blippi is, or do you know?
Oh,
what
she
Blippi
loves
is?
Blippi.
She loves
Oh, God.
Blippi. Okay. Kaiser's having a
loves
bit of a
Blippi
mental
and Mika.
breakdown with it.
She's
Yeah. Blippi and Mika. Yeah. It's like, oh God, the bane of my existence.
yeah.
Yeah, I've not heard of him yet.
Bluey's a
Oh.
solid kid show if you're looking
Yeah,
for a kid
Bluey's
show.
fine. Yeah, I have
Mhm.
no issue with Bluey. Bluey's fine. I mean, I could actually watch that with the kid, and it's like, okay, there's
Mhm.
nothing creepy or weird or whatever, and it's actually a coherent story. There's
I don't
actually
trust
value
Blippi,
to it.
honestly.
No, dude, freaking
He's the creator of
hyperactive
the show.
man, hyperactive man child, and it's creepy.
Interesting. Yeah, SH is saying my nephew's daughter loves Blippi. Went to see him live last year.
Ugh.
And Wild is saying creepy. My granddaughter wanted to watch, and I was like, no.
Right?
Yeah. Ladies saying I lived through Barney and the Wiggles, so I know to check it out before I'm.
My
stuck
daughter
watching
loves the Wiggles.
Yeah.
My
I
daughter
enjoyed the
loves the
Wiggles,
Wiggles,
too.
and she's not even supposed to she found the Wiggles after she was of the age range for the Wiggles. So her mom is like, you shouldn't be watching this. She's like, I love the Wiggles. And she'll come downstairs like, Daddy, can we watch the Wiggles? Just
They're so much fun.
Yeah.
coming to me like a freaking dope fiend. All right, Dad, I got a vein open. Can I get some Wiggles?
It's so bizarre too, because whenever my kid is with my wife, he only ever wants to watch like Blippi Mika, or he wants to watch the Bubble Numbs or Super Simple Songs,
Mhm.
all of which are way outside of his age range for 4. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And of course, Blippi is like trash. So I'm like, okay. Then he wants to hang out with me. If it's just me and him, he wants to watch like Dad's old cartoons, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Real Ghostbusters, or he wants to watch cooking shows. So
That's
okay,
not
I
so
must be
bad,
doing
yeah.
something right.
Yeah. It could be
Cooking
worse.
shows is a plus.
Yeah, we watch a lot of Chud's Barbecue. I like that channel a lot.
Well, you make things fun anyways. So like in the kitchen, you make things fun just watching your picture or looking at your pictures. So
Yeah.
I can, imagine hanging out with Dad and working in the kitchen with him is probably a lot of fun for the kid. Yeah.
Yes, it is fun, and I try to get him involved wherever I can. Especially, he loves making brats for some reason. Don't ask me why. Kid loves to just hang out while Dad makes brats. I can
Okay.
think of worse things.
No doubt. Oh, Wild
Okay.
saying get your kid to watch Dude Perfect. At least they stay G-rated.
Yeah, that is true. The last
Yeah.
thing I need my kid trying to do trick shots in our living room.
True.
Especially with
Yeah.
compound bows.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get Animaniacs for my daughter.
Oh
for
yeah.
a year or two from now. I'm like, it's gonna be prime Animaniacs time. You aren't gonna understand the Bill Clinton reference in the intro. Don't worry about it. You won't understand why Prince is there when she says fingerprints. But trust me, that is still one of the best jokes ever. Because I'm from Minnesota, so that's one where even the kids got it. We're like, oh hey, it's the movie star
Yep.
or the movie singer songwriter Prince.
It's Animaniacs is how most people learn their countries. in the
Right.
90s.
It's
That's horrible,
shockingly true.
but yeah.
United
And then they
States,
had
Canada,
all the different
Mexico,
other Steven Spielberg spin-offs, of course. I mean, it started with Tiny Toons, then became Animaniacs, and then Pinky and the Brain.
Mhm.
Freakazoid. God, I love that show. That was a fun one. It didn't last long, but that was funny. They were just like that. They were like, let's take the weirdest concept ever and let's like just make a bunch of weird shows about it. And like, it's just this disconnected story of this superhero who gets his powers from the internet. But this is in 1995. And so
Oh,
he's a complete
interesting.
hyperactive, like nutball who's just completely crazy because he has all this information in his head and pop culture references. Again,
Interesting.
1995. And I'm just like, I
Yeah.
could see this character in modern day.
The best part about that, I have a line from that show that sticks in my head just from the episode where they're trying to get Freakazoid to go in the sewers. He's like, "No, I'm not going down there. It smells like poo gas down there."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, why don't you go down there?" "I'm not going down there. It smells like poo gas down there."
Yeah, it's all covered in duty water. Ed Asner as Cosgrove the cop. That's great.
It was the best.
Interesting.
Oh, so good. So good.
It's like Futurama later on in the 2000s.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Futurama was really good. I enjoyed it. The
Yeah.
more recent seasons have gone to shit, but you know.
Yeah, I stopped watching them when they first ended the series. I never bothered when they came back.
They came back for like 3 or 4 seasons after season 5, and they were still pretty good. And then I think right around
season 10,
season 9, they canceled it, got canceled again.
Okay.
And then they announced, oh, hey, we're coming back again. And they came back again, and now they suck because they've gotten it's not funny anymore because they can't tell jokes. They can't do anything funny.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. At this point in the woke, culture, there's can't be all that much in the way of fun, adult-oriented animated stuff
Yeah.
these days.
Well, I mean, the
Daughter.
other issue, the other issue there is that Matt Groening, he's basically like, yeah, I don't even care about the show anymore because I can't do anything fun with it. I mean, it's pretty much how he is with The Simpsons anymore. He's just like, the show has grown so far beyond me. It's like, okay, I attach my name to it as basically an executive producer, and I just don't care anymore. Let the writers take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have his money, you don't care about anything either. So
One of the most successful TV shows like ever made.
Yeah.
exactly.
Who'd have thought it, eh?
Right?
I remember when it
Longer.
first started.
Yeah, that
few
was
years longer than South
88,
Park.
89.
Yeah. Yeah, South Park didn't start until I was in high school.
Yeah, it was in the mid 90s whenever it came out. I remember that.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was
No,
in
I got
grade
a butt whooping for
12.
watching it.
Right? Thank God I'm not the only person who had that problem. I'm like, Mom, this is hilarious. Whack. It's the devil.
Yep.
Yeah,
My
by the
mom's a
time South
Catholic
Park
school
came around, I
teacher.
wasn't. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I wasn't paying attention to what my parents cared about my TV shows when I was watching that. Thankfully.
I just find it hilarious that they were totally not on board for me watching Simpsons or South Park or any of that kind of stuff, but they were totally fine with me watching anime.
Well, were they watching it too, though?
Yeah, they were.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because that was still kind of a newish thing too.
Right.
It hadn't
Even
quite
once I
gotten what it
started
is.
branching out and actually getting the collections and stuff, and it's like, oh, hey, I have access to the stuff that the FCC wouldn't put on TV now. I'm like, and they're still totally chill with it. I'm like, there's like actual, like legitimate, like language and nudity in this, and you're fine with it and extreme violence. But God forbid the Simpsons tell a joke, and you guys are like, no, ban
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That makes no sense.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense at all. But hey, I gave up trying to make sense a long time ago.
yeah. I remember in grade 10, my English teacher pulled out this book, and it was your favorite fairy tales rewritten in political correctness, in politically correct speech. And my English teacher brought it out so that we could make fun of it and laugh at it. Little did I know, or did any of us know, that it would turn into, what it has become with this woke culture and all the ridiculousness that we've had to absorb and just accept. It all came from trying to soften our words and be nicer.
Yeah, see, the problem is my mom is majored in English, so I know how to tell you off without you knowing it.
Yeah.
So it never worked for me because I can with a smile tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So it helps me at work all the time. But it's if you're intelligent enough to understand what I'm saying, people have been like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that to him." Like, I didn't say
Right.
anything mean.
Right.
They're like, "Yeah, when you read between the lines, you are horrible." I'm like, well,
So it's like
suck, I guess.
what's like that old meme like of like from Star Trek, like somebody did like where it's like, how to say fuck around and find out with some goddamn class, and it's just Picard and Worf standing there against a bunch of Klingons and says, you may test that assumption at your earliest convenience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I see what you did there.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about the reading stream is that I'm relearning a whole bunch of words that I know were in my vocabulary once upon a time, but have disappeared because I'm, just the tap dancing that we have to do for YouTube. I really need to get that larger vocabulary back. I really do. I know there's fun ways to tell them to fuck themselves without sounding like I'm telling them to go fuck themselves. I just have to remember the words.
That's the interesting part, because I mean, hell, with this recent round of getting back into reading and stuff like that and getting back into my writing, it's been like, holy shit, like I am so far lacking behind in like vocabulary and stuff like that. I mean, I took etymology and like some serious like heavy English courses and stuff like that back in the day, and I was just like, that was my thing, that was my jam. I mean, I've been writing since I was like in middle school, but I just just never really got anything going after that, and then it was just kind of tapered off, and then here I am like now going, oh wow, I really need to get back to doing that. Never had any idea how far I slipped.
Yeah, it's cool. I never wanted to be a writer because I'm too busy enjoying the stories other people tell me. I was a reader right from the get-go. And I read voraciously for ages, and it wasn't till maybe about 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago, I stopped reading because I just couldn't focus enough to take in what I'd read. I was constantly reading and then going back and rereading and I just got frustrated with my inability to take it in and comprehend it. So I stopped, but I would like to get back into it because I love listening to stories from other people. I
But if
just,
you
I
could become a
really
credit
enjoy it.
card reader, you could make a lot of money.
Yeah. I don't know how good that it would be. I've got dyslexia and the numbers dance around on the page for me. I don't think the bosses would appreciate me much. No, I swear it's this number. Well, it could be that. No, well, maybe if you switch those two numbers, it might make. Did it work that time? Would
Heck, what I wouldn't give to
Oh,
have dyslexia instead of this visual snow.
yeah, yeah, I can see them clearly as they dance around on the page. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
I don't know how to go. I've my eyes have always been the one thing that worked well for me. I can't imagine not being able to see right. Well, I've learned a bit apparently
Mhm.
recently, but yeah, I can't imagine having to live with the snow. It's gotta be annoying as get out.
Gets
No, that
weird.
sucks.
It comes and goes every single day.
I have
Yeah.
floaters. Is yours floaters or?
No, so if you look up visual snow syndrome, I have white and black dots like the fuzz on a TV. They just don't move, which is opposite of what the actual syndrome is.
Hmm.
And it's because, with MS, obviously, Johnny, you know a little bit about it, but for everybody, it's different. And mine it ate the optic nerves
Yep.
of mine, and they're not coming back.
Mm.
But there's the potential to come back. But every night it comes and goes. So depending on how stressed I get, my vision goes in and out, and I can watch it like waves coming into the shore or rain crossing the ocean.
Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
and for someone that shoots long distance and hunts and fishes and does things up close and personal with machines and all that stuff, it's very frustrating when I can't see.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll imagine.
Like I'm a amateur machinist, and yeah, I was trying to read a micrometer the other day, and I couldn't. I threw it across the room, so and broke a $500 micrometer.
Yeah.
Well, now you're just bragging. Some of us can't afford a $500 micrometer.
Yeah, that was an antique from my great grandfather who used it to set seat bullets. So,
Okay.
and now it can't be replaced, and I'm kicking myself even worse.
I know how that goes, man. Don't get yourself
Yeah.
annoyed with that.
Oh yeah,
The rage fits happen.
Yep.
yeah, especially from somebody that it takes. I mean, the amount of energy it takes for you to upset me prior to this, I would sit there and laugh in your face if you were berating me.
Mm.
Like you could Marine drill sergeant me, and I would just laugh at you because I don't get upset. But now that I have this stupid ass disease, I can, in an instant, fly off a handle.
Well, the reason for that is because literally there's no reprieve. You don't step away from it. It doesn't. You can't put it down at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You can't take a vacation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like even when I'm doing good, like when I go to bed, like my legs will be good some nights, bad others, and like my legs will feel like they're burning. And when that happens, like I have vivid dreams already, either because of medications or just in general. But so like I have dreams where I'm walking on lakes of fire and just all other crazy shit. It's
Oh,
not
geez.
awesome. And I've had nowhere near as bad as you, obviously, but I've had deterioration on my optic nerves as well, like slightly. So I have floaters and things. And when my stuff gets like really tense, like I have thunderstorms when I'm sleeping, like I see flashes in the back that I can't
Yeah.
place. So it makes it hard to fall asleep and just other crazy shit. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
man.
hopefully it's not your retinas tearing anymore.
Oh no.
So
It's literally just parts of my optic nerves that got attacked a little bit. My MS started really big and bad in my brain, and it affected a lot of my like speech and like word coordination and stuff. So I used to talk a lot faster and used to be a lot more quick-witted and stuff, and now it's a lot harder. It's like I'll try to connect something and then all of a sudden there's a piece missing and I'll just stop and I can't place it. So
gotcha.
but then after that it went for the legs because it's a bastard.
Yeah, see, I went from not to give you my life story, but I went from having 20/20 vision with glasses to 20/20 vision without glasses, and now I'm at 20/40 and 21/50. And the visual snow has blanketed my vision, so I can't see sights on a firearm. I can't read if the page is right on my nose. If I have visual snow, and then some days I can see across the room with no issues without my glasses. So it's just depends on how frustrated or hot my head is. Hilariously, ice cream cools my optic nerve so well that I can see perfect.
Oh, interesting.
But then the sugar content destroys my ability to see 5 minutes afterwards. So
Yep.
it's, I can't have sugar. I'm trying to make this cherry tart ice cream with allulose.
Okay.
Is sugar-free ice cream a thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As long as you get the proper
types.
sugar-free, because some of them affect people with MS even worse. So
is sugar supposed to affect MS? I have not noticed that.
It does. It will eventually. See, I'm Kaiser's a chef. I can bake with the best of them. I'll make anything you want in a cake form, and I can no longer make all the foods that I love to make for Christmas and all that stuff. Like I make a bouche de Noël, which is fancy French for a Yule log, which is an eggless or flourless cake. It's basically a giant souffle. It tastes amazing with homemade everything in it.
Right.
But I can't make it, or I can't consume it because of the sugar content. So I don't make it, and everybody in my family's pissed off.
Oh, dude, I make cheesecakes like a motherfucker, and I don't eat them half the time. Like, half the time I don't eat any of them. Like, I make them just to like throw to other people. And the best part is like, I'll make these cheesecakes, and people will know the content of it. It's a cheesecake, and I'll just throw that out. And I'm like, there you go. They'll be like, you know what you're doing to me? I'm like, yeah. I'm like this really weird. I get like a weird sick joy out of feeding ladies cheesecake and things when they know it'll ruin their figure. Like, especially the more I know the person working on their figure or loves their figure. Like, this is why I said it on my show. Like, I'd love to just feed the strippers cheesecake if I had the ability to, just because they're always working out and want to be in shape and stuff. Be like, yeah, put that on. There you go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the absolute worst thing about it is 3 years ago, I was running with a limp, but I was running 3 miles. And now, I mean, if you look in chat, I said I'll be back in 5, maybe 30 minutes, because it might take me 20 minutes to get across the hall to my bathroom, which is 6 feet. So, and that's all because I have a 9-inch long lesion in my cervical spine that wraps 3/4 of the way around it. So according to 3 neurologists, I should have been in a wheelchair 7 years ago.
Well, according to my neurologists, I should have been in a wheelchair a long, long time ago, and I'm just finally getting to that point. But,
yeah, same here. And I'm trying to stop it by doing this diet. So hopefully, cholesterol is what the brain and myelin sheath is made of. So you got to have a lot of it to help repair it. But at the same time, you got to have the senescent cells and all that stuff to go through apophysis so they finally die off and your body can rebuild them with proper ones. So one of these days I'll get my home sauna built or set up so I can do that for an hour every night.
I thought heat was supposed to be really, I know for me, heat's really, really bad.
It is. It can be. But especially for my vision, but heat helps my body. So here's the crazy thing. I don't know if this is the same for you. Heat helps me physically. Cold helps my vision.
Cold is the only thing that helps. I'm like the universal soldier. The more it heats up, the worse it is. If I get too cold where I'm shivering, then I've got a problem because of muscle spasticity.
Same here.
But overall, if I get heat, like heat just turns me into a limp noodle.
Yeah. So
it can actually make me pass out.
Well, I've never been that bad, but
Hmm.
yeah, spasticity for me with the heat. I go loose like when I was playing baseball or golf or any sports that I used to play, but
Mhm.
my vision goes 10 times worse than what it is now, and what it is right now is actually pretty bad. So,
Hmm.
um,
Mm.
but cold on the other hand, my vision will snap back to nothing, and then my body will just start shaking. So,
So I have a theory on the ice cream thing. Have you ever tried putting like cold packs on your primary arteries on your throat? Because
it's the roof of the mouth. But
or the
yeah,
roof of the mouth too.
I haven't tried on the jugular area. I might try that.
Hmm.
Because those are the areas that start to that get you like the reason you get brain freeze is because when you swallow too much ice cream going down your throat, it cools the blood in those spots and it
Correct, yep.
pumps the cold blood in. And so if you can maybe do that, and I'm assuming that's what you're doing, is you're getting the cold blood to come in and it drops the temp down and it fixes you right up.
Yeah, that's what it does. So, 'cause the way I eat ice cream is like a child. Take a spoonful and then I use my tongue to flatten it out and like people do with, gum, when they're chewing gum to blow a bubble and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I found that pressing it against the roof of my mouth gets rid of the visual snow. So when I really need it, I'll do that for work, and then I'll just have to deal with the bad vision afterwards. But at least I get through whatever meeting I need to get through and without telling my customer to go jump off a cliff.
Right.
So, but the like tart cherry, I don't know if you know, but it's a inflammation inhibitor. So what my idea was is to make tart cherry ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
So it does two things. It gives me the cold and then it removes
The
inflammation.
information. Yeah.
So
That's an interesting idea.
I'm trying whatever I can. I got to take you to the range, Digger.
I know, right?
I mean, I won't go into everything I have, but I have a plan to bring, my SCAR, one of my AKs. If we're only going indoors, I can't bring the other one.
That I can't wait.
Yeah, I'll
I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
bring my 300 blackout for you,
There you go.
and
I've never
my
shot one of
the
those. I've always
upper. I
wanted
just
to.
about have finished the 5.56 upper I have for that lower. So I have some toys for you, and if you want them to be quiet, I have that ability too for almost all of them.
Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah. And one of these days, if I can ever find a way to pay somebody to go buy the shotgun I want, I will do that. But I can't fill out the damn 4473
Mm.
Uh-huh.
because I can't see well enough to write my damn on a line or my name on a damn line. I just spoke
All
retardedly.
good, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, happens.
Yeah. It's interesting how different the similar illnesses can be. I'm just learning like with the fibro, I'm not just learning it. I've known this forever, but it's a very umbrella catch-all term because it's so different. And it's interesting to see how you guys both like it's MS, but it's in some ways you've got very different ways of being able to manage the issues. I don't know. I find it fascinating. That's why I'm really enjoying the book we're reading right now, is because we're looking at the injuries to the right hemisphere of the brain instead of the left, and it's very interesting to see when you can't see. When your body can't see part of its body.
Oh yeah. Like there's I forget the I don't know if you guys has anybody ever worked out with the P90X system?
No.
Do you know
No,
about the P90X system?
I know about it.
I'm gonna know what it is. That's about
So
it.
Tony Horton, man has been ripped his entire life. But after he developed the P90X, he developed a autoimmune disorder that's extremely rare. It's probably one of the rarest in the world, and it paralyzed him.
Mm.
And now
Okay.
he's back to walking and running and working out, but he lost almost 80 pounds of muscle.
Interesting.
So, and I myself, since the start of this, have lost, I think I'm up to 38 pounds, 39 pounds of muscle now.
Wow.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, my left, not that I had an ass because I'm whiter than Casper, but my left leg and like butt cheek and everything is atrophied so bad because I can't walk. So
Okay.
I'm hoping to one day get back to functioning like a normal human.
There you
Mhm.
go.
So
Yeah, AP Fire is saying he did that P90 system after his first divorce. So
Oh, hey, Fiery. I didn't see it on there.
hey,
Looks
fiery
looks like
man.
he's just come
How's it
The
in.
going?
keyword in X.
Yeah,
Yes.
P90X. I was working. I did like a modified thing to get ready to become a CBP officer, and
Okay.
I was working out 7 days a week, but I would do mainly 6 days a week, and then on the seventh day I would do yoga.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you can drop doing that and intermittent fasting. I dropped 67 pounds in 3 months.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to get back on it. I've been doing good about doing the walking with my Wii Fit, but I'm
Bragger.
finally starting to do the strength training and the yoga as well. And it's fun. I forgot how good I felt after doing it, but I also forgot when you first start doing it just how much you hurt. But it's
For
really
sure.
interesting just how much of a workout yoga can be. Um, it's really
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Especially like the P90X is like the basic course of yoga.
Okay.
It
Yeah, I don't know
it
what it
it
is.
gives you the basic, like, the warrior pose, warrior 1 and 2, and then all that crap like that, like downward dog, upward dog, blah, 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 blah,
Okay.
blah. One of my favorite ones is child pose, because you just lay on your side in the fetal position and squeeze your abs together to
Hmm.
pull your back into a rounded ball and bring your knees to your chest.
Okay.
I've fallen asleep many times with that, but the hilarious thing is I have never been more sore in my life than doing yoga for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, when you first start doing it again. I'm hurting. I mean, the strength stuff that I'm doing, it's all um just using myself, right? Like I don't have weights or anything like that. It's just strengthening using my own body. And it's amazing how much I can hurt just doing that simple kind of a workout. It hurts so much.
For
Which is
sure.
why I've got to keep doing it so it will stop hurting.
Yep.
I mean, look at Jason Statham. He doesn't do weightlifting. He just does body weight exercises. And that guy's built beyond belief. So
I did not know that.
I used to work out with the Wii as well, but my favorite one was Wii bowling, and now I can't lift the ball. So hard to play now.
I can't tell you how many drunken Wii bowling games I had in my youth, and then wake up the next morning not just hung the fuck over, but every inch of your body is just aching because you were
Right.
playing bowling for hours the night before.
There's holes all over the wall from the controllers landing in it.
yeah.
No, you always wear the bracelet. You just
Yeah.
always wear the bracelet. You're okay. We're drinking, right? So you got to be
I
smart
know
about it.
I know somebody that threw the controller through one of the brand new OLEDs that just came out. So it was like
Oh
$8,000.
no.
Oh
He
no.
his daughter threw the controller right through that thing. Had it for 6
Oh,
months. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Why did you hook your Wii up to your $8,000
Yeah.
flat panel?"
right.
Yeah.
I mean, you
That's
have
the
a you
one
have
you
a
save the
television
old one
screen that
for.
is thinner than a pack of gum.
Exactly.
Come on here.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm trying to feed the cats here.
No, it's
Oh. There we go.
Or the
All right.
ones when you find them online, they smack their kids playing Wii. Because their kid walks in front of them. Those are hilarious. I feel sorry for the kid, but
I had a problem where I had a Wii and I had a buddy who would always put on the band, but he wouldn't tighten it. And I'd be like, dude, tighten. He'd be like, no, it's cool, man. It's me. And like the remote would fly out of his hand. And I'd be like, dude. And he'd be like, oh, this is cool, man. And like, I hated that guy. So glad I
good
don't hang out
reason.
with him anymore.
It's a projectile missile. You can do some damage with those things.
Yeah.
To this day, my favorite thing on the Wii is still House of the Dead Overkill.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Yeah, I still have it. I have the pistol controller holders for the Wii remote to turn it into a pistol. And yeah, that's a fun one to just sit and shoot on.
Yeah,
think,
it sounds like fun. I'll have to...
I think my brother and I, the last Wii game, or pretty much the only Wii game I played, is Mario, whatever the heck it is, when you're playing with like up to 4 people at once.
Mario Party.
Yeah, we have one save that has like 300 extra lives. So, and we have to the point that we stopped like 100% of all the major coins and all that crap, all the secret coins. Because we're super dorks.
Yeah, let's all put up a picture and not have our camera up. Then it's 4 talking circles. This is cool. I like this.
Well, 3 talking circles and an empty chair. I can see Tom saying chair stream is best stream.
I'm just saying if you turn off your camera now, it would have worked before. But now it's see now if you had done that when you got up, this would have been better. And then nobody would have known.
And then
and now it's like welcome to Quad Bubble Room. You know what I mean? There's no judgment.
I turned my camera on. I just don't want you guys to see the mess that my office is. So.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm it's interesting now that I've changed my room around. Everyone sees like the bulk of my apartment, so I have to keep it neat and tidy. It's not that it was, dirty before, but now I've really got to be careful. God forbid I leave some laundry folded sitting on the couch or something.
Right. One of these days I'll get the office squared away and some of the toys on the wall as a background. So, but yeah, as of right now, I'm trying to sell all my sports equipment that I don't play anymore. So, which sucks. I had to sell my golf clubs. That was, well, it wasn't too bad. I built those ones, so I'll rebuild them if I ever get back to golfing. It's not that big a deal. But
I am caught right up to chat there, Dom. I don't read every single chat, but I'm caught up and I see it, and I am reading it the minute it came up, Dom. So you can just take that and sit on it. I'm not a half an hour behind in chat. I promise. That being said, Mr. Q was saying too, I watched weird people do goat yoga the other day. I was hoping when somebody did the downward dog and the goat jumped on their back that they would poop on the guy. I've
seen that happen though.
Yeah, it was a celebrity thing. It was a celebrity fad for a while. And yeah, it was funny, these rich folks trying to do yoga poses and the baby goats just hopping and pooping all over them. And why
it's just fun to watch celebrities get shit on for a change,
Exactly. The amount of money they have to pay for it, but it's fun.
I got to split for a little while. I got to go put the dad pants on. So,
No worries. You take care.
Be gentle with them.
I'll try. No guarantees.
Okay.
See you later.
Have a good one.
Here, I will switch that. There we go. Although now that I just switched that, I will probably put my avatar back on so that I can do a dab.
Oh, sure. Pull that bullshit now.
Hey, man, you were just doing it.
Yeah, I was trying to arrange it so you could have done it too. I was leaving you a window. You had no respect.
He did give you a hint.
He did. Yes, he did. But I didn't pick it up.
This is my fault.
No, not your fault at all. First, so Wild saying we need a joke. A guy's girlfriend said she wanted chocolate and strawberries. Sadly, he learned Count Chocula and Frankenberries wasn't what she meant. Ah, badoom doom ching. Thank you for that.
I mean, the two are very similar.
They are very close.
His
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah. Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, Brian, I'm finally done cleaning my resin vat. Screw failed prints. Oh, you had issue? Cynthia says, I inspect your apartment every time you're on stream. I know, right? Like I've got spots that I know on my carpet to know where the roughly where the rocking chair should be. And that way I can keep my fridge and my kitchen private. It's this tiny little wedge of stuff that you don't see, but that's where I put, the
Her
stuff.
entire apartment. It's
Yeah.
just a wall of stuff over there.
But I'm allowed to have, a few dirty dishes, that sort of thing over there, and it's
Dirty
okay.
girl.
Yes, dirty girl. I know. My mail sits over there so it doesn't accidentally get seen. That sort
You
of
have a
thing.
male that you don't want seen?
Mhm.
Yeah, I do. I have
She
mail.
keeps her
that I
mail
don't
over
want
there. I
seen.
wish I had a female I could keep around here, man. That'd be nice.
I don't have females around here.
Got to import them nowadays.
Everyone I meet says, "Oh, you have MS. Let me just get away from you."
And it's easy for them because they move faster.
Yep, I can't catch them.
I don't understand what the goal is with goat yoga. Is it just fun, or is there supposed to be something therapeutic about it? I don't know. I think honestly, someone decided, I wonder how much money I can get celebrities to pay me to do the most ridiculous thing, and came up with it. And it's just the thing. I don't see how there could be anything therapeutic about it whatsoever.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. Are these moron celebrities going to pay 50 grand to let these goats walk all over them?
Yeah. Brian's trying to 3D print his mom resin figures for her birthday. She got into watercolors, so he thought it would be fun to prime them white. Oh, so she can paint them. Well, that sounds really cool. That's nice, Brian. Only problem is you had a fail, so now you've got to clean everything and try again.
It happens.
Yeah, I have heard that's an issue, especially if you're making your own print plan. What's the thing?
Schematic.
Schematic.
Blueprint.
Thank you. Blueprint is the one I was actually looking for, but I'll take schematic. Thank you.
Same.
Yeah.
Somewhat. But
Yes.
I mean, heck, I spent 3.5 hours trying to get a taper pin out of a gas block today. So
Interesting.
I've
Just-
had
just for
fails
fun.
today.
Yeah.
Firearm talk. Like I said, I could talk about it every single day for the entire day.
See, and it went right over my head because I've never actually handled a real firearm. I have no idea about them at all.
Well, we'll change that. If I'm moving, I'll definitely change it. I'll bring out all the stuff.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to it, which means I have to get off my ass and make an appointment with my doctor to get her to sign the passport shit. But I'm looking forward to this trip. It's going to be more expensive than I thought it was going to be at first. And God forbid the tariffs and shit happen. Sorry, just a second here. I've got to.
Well, are you?
Oh,
the real
really got the
question
lips
is,
out.
because I know you're going by train.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing coach the entire way, or are you doing your own sleeper car, or what?
Not the entire way. Depends on how long each segment is. As far as I'm concerned, if it's over 10 hours, 12 hours, I'll probably get myself a little roomette. Because then I'll have my own bathroom and shower to use. I don't have to go traipsing up and down the train looking for a public one.
Gotcha.
But I rode Greyhound since I was a little kid. So I'm okay having just a seat to sit in for hours and hours and hours. At least on a train, I can get up and stretch. So
Yeah,
but,
I'm planning to go visit I have family in Washington. They're just outside of Mount Rainier and
oh, nice.
all
Me
that
too.
stuff. So,
Yeah.
it's
I've
what
got
30
family in Washington, or sorry, Washington. I've got family in Concrete, Washington,
Okay.
just at the foot of Mount Baker.
Yeah, that's a nice area too.
Mhm. Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
like a 57-hour train ride from Detroit area to them.
that sounds about right.
So
Yeah.
I've been pricing out like get my own private sleeper car. The only leg I will not be able to do that is from Ann Arbor to Chicago.
Okay. Well, that's
But
a
once
fairly
I'm in
short leg,
Chicago,
though, so it shouldn't be too bad for you.
7 hours, I think.
Yeah. Is it really that long?
There's like the one I keep on finding is like 3 stops.
Okay.
So it shouldn't take that long. It should only take like 2.5 max because they don't stop for lights. It's a 5-hour drive from my house to Chicago,
Yeah.
but they stop in like Benton Harbor, Kalamazoo, then Benton Harbor, and then they go back down to Gary, Indiana, and stop, and then they go up into Chicago. So
Okay. Yeah, it's one of the expensive legs I'm going to be. Oh, I just got a video. Happy Family Day. My family loves the fact I got a new phone plan and now they can send me videos and I can actually open them. I'm
well,
getting
that's
an
good.
yeah, they keep sending me videos now. But yeah, the longest leg that I'm looking at, and it doesn't matter if I do it first, middle, or last, is going to be getting to Alabama. That's going to be the longest leg. So I will definitely be getting a roomette for that. Because there's no way I can't just sit for that long for days on end. I can't do that. So, but I'm looking forward to it. We did a train ride when I was very little. My mom took my brother and I from the middle of the province down to the coast to see my dad. And it was so much fun. It was the middle of winter, just beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to the trip. It's going to be really enjoyable.
Never done a train. I get my penis gets shy in groups. Sorry, wrong train.
Not that kind of train, man.
One could hope.
You maybe, not me. I'm never hoping for that kind of a train.
No, I've because I'm like 30 minutes from Henry Ford down in Dearborn. So
Okay.
I've been on the Henry Ford train at the Henry Ford Village. I mean, basically what Mighty has said about this area, I've pretty much done what he has. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm using
One of
your
these-
my camera to figure that out. What?
No, I'm
Fidget.
I'm laughing at Mr. Q. Yeah, their
Oh.
trains run across the same stuff because they mostly run across the same tracks. Thanks for that, Mr. Q. I hadn't realized. I thought each one had its own track. Hello, been there, done that. How you doing? Good to see you. Brian's saying, make sure you take advantage of Union Station's mobility assistance AP. Union Station is fucking huge.
Yeah, I'm when I was looking at it, they were like, "Oh, you get off here and then you have to cross like half a mile to get to the next train to go on the northern leg. And I'm like, holy
Mhm.
crap, I can barely walk 6 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it will
And I can't type in chat. Brian, I will keep that in mind. Thanks for the
yeah, there it
I
is.
could-
Yeah.
I'll take your father-in-law out for a dog or something. Get him a beer. Say thanks.
Yeah. Mr. Q saying Alabama, you'll melt like Frosty the Snowman. Nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna head to Alabama. I got a lady I've been friends with for quite a long time, and I am so excited to go and see her and meet her husband and do all sorts of fun Alabama stuff. So, but that is
Jokes on
going
you
to
guys,
be
all the Canadian jokes. She's going to drop an upper decker in every stop she does.
well, not rude. I'm a Canadian. I'm
That's
polite.
why she's been exercising. It's for the power squat that she's going to have to do in every home. Mission Impossible style.
The hover, so there's no splashback.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
This takes skill. She could be one of the top men in her field.
Thanks. And proud of it. SH is saying last time I had a passport was 30 years ago. And even back then, with going in person to turn in the paperwork and expediting it, showed up after we left for our trip. Yeah. See, and that's why I'm not planning anything. I've roughly got an idea of when I want to travel, but I'm not planning anything until I actually have the passport in my hand. Because I don't know how long my country is going to take to decide whether I can go or not. It's who knows? I mean, my government is still closed, so it's not doing nothing right now.
Well, I don't think your government wants to get out there in the open after the shellacking the U.S. hockey gave them.
I know that was embarrassing, but you know what? We deserved it. We really deserved it. Canadians are still booing Americans at sporting events, and it's rude, it's unnecessary, it's uncalled for, it's un-Canadian. So
As an American, I support it. That's amazing, upstanding behavior you guys have. Way to go. That's how we do it. Glad to see you being like us.
Yep.
No. Good game, good game, good game, good game, good game at the end of every game. That's the Canadian way that, we're not going to fight with the opposing team. We're going to make sure we be nice to every single member of that opposing team.
But I'm just so happy you've learned from Daddy, and now you're taking it our way, and you're like, good luck, cunt. And that's
exactly
how we do it. You're welcome.
I don't like that, though. We are not becoming the 51st state, damn it. We are polite. We are a kind society.
You might be nice.
Become the 51st state for about, 3 months.
3 months,
as much time as it takes for just 3 months as a window for maybe a few things to just trade sides quickly. That's all.
Yeah. That really, I still say I do know how to get across the border without crossing the border, so to speak. But that's something I will only use in time of emergency.
Does this emergency escape plan also contain a route for your shovels? Like, do your shovels that you may or may not have lost in a boating accident?
It might. But yeah, that depends. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to lose all of my shovels on the boat in the boating accident that's going to happen this summer. I'm fairly certain they're all going to be on that boat.
It was just bad luck.
No, it will be bad luck. It hasn't happened yet. The lakes are too freaking cold to take the boat out right now. Silly.
Yeah, you can't toss them into the lake right now. It's just slide across them.
Yeah. Wild saying, Digger, start saying Amtrak and the double entendre will be stymied. Fair enough.
I don't get the double entendre. I've been working on it. Amtrak. I don't get it.
The point.
All right.
SH says my uncle's friends are trying to convince him to move to Alabama Gulf Coast where his friend has people. Alabama just sounds humid and sticky. I know it does. Part of the reason why I want to travel in the spring before it gets like to be the worst of the humid and the sticky. I'd prefer to get there and get gone before the insects are at their thickest, ideally.
She's in the Gulf Coast, you said, of Alabama?
Um, I think so. I'm not certain my geography when it comes to America sucks balls. As
So in
I'm
the
finding out.
60-mile wild strip of Alabama, that's where she lives.
Yeah, I'm not certain. I think so.
It's a literal swamp.
But it's yeah. But so it's definitely not going to be a place I'd ever want to move to. But it is somewhere I've always wanted to see. I've read a lot of books based down south, and I would like to experience it for myself. So, and it's going to be a lot of fun to meet her in person. So there's that too.
I loved when I was in New Orleans. So
see, that's another place, uber humid and sticky. I could never live there, but I've always wanted to see it because the old architecture and everything is so beautiful.
oh yeah, it's all French Baroque. I mean, when you come here to the Detroit area, if you go downtown to Detroit, that's what you'll see.
Yeah.
It's all the same. So in any French territory, you'll have
East.
those amazing Gothic architecture.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
that stuff.
Which we don't really have much of in the West. It's it never really became a thing. We were too fresh, too new to come in before that style had gone out. There's some really nice architecture in Vancouver, but it's not the lovely Gothic ornamental stuff. So it'll be really neat. It'll be nice to see. Yes, been there, done that. I need a passport. Last time I was in the States was the last time before they decided that I needed a passport to go to the States. And I decided to be a petty person and say, well, fuck you. If I need a passport, I'm not going to come to your lousy country after all. I don't need you. And that's worked really well. Yeah, no, it's worked really well for me for many, many, many years. Suddenly now it's, kind of a pain in the ass. But I'm getting there. I'm getting it.
So do you only need, though, a passport, or do you need to have a visa, a travel visa as well?
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
but
countries you need both.
I'm pretty sure America and Canada, you just need the passport.
Okay.
Well,
What's the
except
difference
for
between
Michigan.
a passport and a visa?
The travel visas, especially for certain countries that are very tight on immigration, you need to have prior approved authorization for the reason of your visit.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So,
I
like,
just assumed it was the same.
one of the stem cell companies that I'm thinking of trying to get stem cell through is in Colombia, and I need a visa to go to Colombia. Well, I don't, but they need a visa to come here.
Right.
So
interesting.
But I'm not sure. I know here in Michigan, because we have the real ID, I can cross into Canada without a passport.
So then, yeah, a passport will work.
Wait a minute. You've got a what ID?
A
real ID.
Real ID. What's a real
it's
ID?
the next stage of ID for American citizens.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much an ID and a passport rolled into one. It's somehow more secure, digitized than your regular ID, and it's all like federally monitored or whatever. So, boom, passport.
Interesting.
Yes, except when you go overseas. So it has to be a part of the Real ID network, which only is like 5 countries right now. So it's
so
UK.
You still need a passport too?
Yes, if you go anywhere outside of quote unquote allied countries, you need a passport. In some countries, we need a visa. Like I need a visa to go to Thailand.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's
and
a lot of times smaller countries that have high tourist rates. You need a visa.
Yep.
Okay.
So
interesting.
I just didn't know how it would work from your end. I know us in the United States, they kind of like you can do what you want.
Okay. Yeah, a
why.
wild saying too in Michigan, because she's there as well. Driver's license with the special marketing to go back and forth to Canada. Well, yeah, okay, that makes sense too because you're basically a border state, so there's going to be a lot of crossing back and forth, anyways. So
yep,
that makes
32
sense.
minutes north.
I see a
That makes
cat.
sense. Yeah.
The bridge sucks. I wouldn't recommend it. If you're going to cross into Canada, take the tunnel.
See,
I'm gonna
and
take Niagara
Mighty
Falls.
loves that bridge.
I hate the Ambassador Bridge with a passion. Not because of the bridge itself, because there's morons that like to drive on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They keep letting morons drive. It's an issue out here too.
At this point, there's more ons than offs.
Yeah, very true.
That was a corny joke. I should have been demonized for that.
Well, don't worry. I was only half laughing at that. The chat's being funny too.
Oh, I see. Then I'll see myself out.
See what
Not needed here.
what needs to happen if you're ever able to come back. I don't know if you're planning on it multiple times, but because I know your trip here this time is just going to be centered around like southeastern Michigan area.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you need to get up to Mackinac Bridge.
Or sorry, yeah, Mackinac Bridge is the one that Mighty loves so much.
Yeah,
That's the one that he did the thing on.
the Mighty Mac. That is
Yeah.
a giant green structure,
Yeah.
and it moves constantly. And I've been on it in very high winds. You want to talk about a pucker factor?
Yeah, I'll bet. We've got some pretty awesome bridges on the coast, but nothing like that one, that's for sure. That would definitely be an interesting trip to make on my trip. A little side trip. That'd be cool.
Yeah, the only problem is that's a 7-hour side trip.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's lots of things that I would like to do that I'm not going to be able to do. I would love to make a side trip from Detroit and go back across and see Toronto. Because at one point I thought about moving out to Toronto. So yeah, I'd love to see Toronto, but again, that's a very huge side trip that's not going to work on this trip.
4.5 hour drive. Not
Yeah.
horrible, but it's not close. And
Yeah.
it's not Ontario like Jenny thinks Toronto is.
Ideally, you could just. So that would be like your golden way to do it.
I can what?
Well, I'm saying ideally, like you're going to do this first trip, you're coming out and going to make all these stops. I'm saying like maybe either doing that or after or whatever, you could just. And then you just be set.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I'm glad you repeated yourself though, because I missed a little bit of it. Thank you for that.
I mean, it's just as clear the second time, but whatever.
Clear
you
as
need,
mud.
whatever you need. The numbers are the numbers.
The numbers. SH and JK are talking about Niagara Falls. That would be a really cool place to go. If I was ever gonna, no, don't get on the table, you silly. If I was ever going to go to New York, I think I would have to go that way so that I could see Niagara Falls. That would be really cool. Wild is saying I have a video on my YouTube going across the Mackinac Bridge in high winds. It was a cheeks off the seat ride. Interesting. Yeah, Mighty. Yeah. I see you mentioning that Mighty was talking about the Mackinac Bridge, not the Ambassador. I caught that. Thank you. But Mighty's got a really good a video of him just driving from one end to the other with the Gordon Lightfoot song in the background. So very, very kind of a romantic feel to the video. It's very cool.
With a not so nice song. I mean, it's a beautiful song, but the subject matter
song. Yeah, it's a very sad song.
Yeah.
Yes, please do, Wild. Please, I would love to see that, actually. Which Gordon Lightfoot song? Oh, shoot, JK. It's the one about the boat that sunk. Shoot. Can anyone help me? What's the name of the Gordon Lightfoot song?
The boat. So it was a little bit bigger than a boat.
Well,
It's about the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Edmund. Thank you. I knew it was an old-timey name.
Yeah.
For a boat.
But yeah, for a boat, yes.
A little more than a dinghy, really.
Well,
Right. Only about 500 foot long, carrying about I don't know,
Just a few
70,000 tons of ore.
nothing major.
It was. I mean, you can. Well, actually, no. They outlawed where you can go and dive at the wreck, but they almost made it to Whitefish Point.
Mm.
But you can go up into the lighthouse at Whitefish Point and see all the well, it's not memorabilia, but all the stuff that they
Artifacts?
actually recovered from the wreck. They put up in the lighthouse.
Cool. I mean, yeah. See, I like that sort of stuff. I like history. I like stories. So that sort of thing is super interesting to me, even though it might be a little ghoulish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let
all
me
I
see
know
all these
is-
things from this crash.
Right. All I know is Lake Superior is the one lake you do not want to be caught on when there's any inkling of weather.
Yeah.
Because that lake makes the North Atlantic look tame.
Yeah. I don't know. I've only seen the Pacific, and it's pretty wild on just your average day.
Yeah,
So-
it makes the Pacific look tame too.
Yeah.
But the North Atlantic is filled with ice and high winds and horrible breakwater and all that stuff, whereas the Pacific is kind of mild. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's a huge body of water, but
Yeah. But
the
it
North
is
Atlantic is
warmer.
disgustingly horrible. So
JK is saying Lightfoot had a song about how he fell out of love with the mother of his children. Wowza. I did not know that. My mom loved Gordon Lightfoot. I probably know the song really well. I have no idea what it really meant. Yeah, I've never seen the Atlantic either, SH. Wild saying the Whitefish Point Museum has the Fitzgerald Bell.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember the Maritime Monday that Jeff did on it. That was a good episode too. Should rewatch that actually.
yeah, I've been 40 miles into the Atlantic. Off of Central Florida though. Deep sea
Okay.
fishing, which 100-degree day.
That's
Sharks
a
eat
little
you.
toasty.
No, thank you. I
Yeah.
don't swim in oceans.
See, I've got that same sort of issue. It's bad enough the lakes around here. We've got Ogopogo here, which is very much like the Loch Ness monster, only here. And I have a hard enough time swimming in our lakes too far out because I don't know. Big things could live under there, and I had no idea until they got me, sort of thing. And that's the same issue I have with swimming in the ocean. Just I'd rather not.
Yeah, see, I was swimming in. So my family used to live in Pelican Beach,
Okay,
and
I think I've heard of that.
there was canals that are connected to the ocean and the Indian River and all that stuff, the intercoastal waters.
Okay.
And unbeknownst to me, that bull shark can breathe in fresh water. And I
Oh,
was swimming in that freaking shit, not knowing that sharks can live in it. And I kicked one.
oh
And
shit.
I have never been back in the ocean or seawater ever again.
Yeah. I
Or
just
brackish water, which is what the canals are. It's fresh and salt.
Yeah.
And salt water mix.
Yeah.
So no, thank you. You know, I'm pretty quick. Well, used to be a quick swimmer. Now I'll probably just drown. And you still can't outswim a shark. I don't care who you are. So
Yeah.
no.
Oceans are too large, except for the very rare rogue waves. Ocean waves seem to dissipate. We're having a full-on conversation about ideal size of waves and the higher frequency. This is kind of interesting, you guys. I never even thought about the higher frequency of waves in a lake versus in an ocean.
Yeah. Any little wind hits like if you've ever seen Lake Michigan, you probably will if you stop in Chicago. You can walk right up to it in downtown Chicago.
Okay.
But if you've ever seen just a small thunderstorm hit one of the Great Lakes, the waves that come up from it, the swells are insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hello, Stingy. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good,
Hey,
good.
Stingy.
What's up?
Not much. We're talking about the Great Lakes and
Yeah.
just how unsafe they really are.
Man,
You'd be
nothing's
fine in most
unsafe if
areas.
you really want to.
Yeah.
And don't swim in Erie or Huron or Ontario. But
Well, one of them, haven't they been pouring like chemicals and radiation into one of the Great Lakes for decades now?
Erie and Ontario.
Are those two? Okay.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are both downstream from Detroit.
I didn't believe that they were dumping radiation into one of the Great Lakes.
Fermi too is right on the Great Lakes.
Yeah. I did not realize that.
Yep. But I mean, if you want kind of the clearest lake of all of them, it's Lake Superior. If you want the calmest waters of all of them, it's Lake Huron, and if you want a good mix of both, it's Lake Michigan.
Okay.
Want to stay away from the water, it's Erie and Ontario. St. Clair is, I mean, it's part of them, but it's not really part of them. So.
Yeah, see, we've actually got clear lakes here. They're beautiful clear lakes. Look very much like the clear ocean beaches that you see in Hawaii. It's beautiful. Nice sandy beaches and clear water. But yeah, it's not particularly, even when we do have huge weather systems in, doesn't get overly dangerous. not like the Great Lakes anyway.
Yeah, well, it's because that area of the world is not as weather dependent as like the Great Lakes. So when you look at it, the hilarious thing is when there's a hurricane that comes into Florida, it builds and then it hits land and it goes away. Well, we can have water spouts on the Great Lakes because we're at the top of the tornado alley.
Yeah.
And we've had some horrific weather because of bad thunderstorms. And the lakes just fuel them. So it's
okay.
When we get snow and then what they call lake effect up here, it's, I mean, I'm pretty sure Wild can understand it. Dumps snow like it's nothing. So
yeah, I think it's probably helps that I'm in a valley in the middle of the province, so we're far enough away.
Yeah.
We don't need to worry about the ocean, the storms coming in off the ocean, and it's kind of, I guess we get kind of a nice protection. But we get cold weather, we get a lot of snow, but we don't get uber insane, wind storms or tornadoes, that sort of thing. They're just not really a thing
four
here.
circles. 4 circles. It's like the strangest game of Connect 4 ever.
And none of them are actually going to quite connect.
Well, I don't know. Maybe 2 of them could work out. The bottom ones are both white. Oh, wait, so am I.
So
we have an L. Is that a winning move?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess that means I win because I'm the only one that's not white.
You heard it here, guys. She doesn't think she's white. Ginger confirmed.
I'm sorry.
I said Ginger confirmed.
Oh, ginger confirmed. Yes. Yes, and I saw the comments in the chat about me needing to wear a sombrero because going into Alabama, I'm going to burn to a crisp. I saw that. I understand.
I have two.
Again, I'm going in spring, hopefully, so that I can avoid the worst of it.
Springtime for you know who?
Yeah, you're
Nah,
pretty
that's
much
that's when you
starting.
just go down in the middle of June, July, August. That's the best time to go.
Yeah, no, see, I know that's not the truth. That's when I stay away from those places.
Heck, I was in New Orleans in what is it, June, like the third week of June, for a physical fitness test, and it was at 6 a.m. It was 98 degrees with 130% humidity.
Yeah, I grew up on the coast and it was humid AF there. I can't imagine being in that kind of a humidity like New Orleans. It's
Yeah,
just nuts.
I had to run a mile and a half in under, I think it was 12 minutes, which doesn't seem like a lot of time. But when you're running in Michigan in cold weather,
It's different than the thick, humid air. Yeah.
dude, I almost passed out. I couldn't breathe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really different. That's part of why I moved back up to the interior here. It's much drier. Works out really well for me.
Yeah. I mean, BC's a beautiful area.
Everybody keeps saying that.
It is. It's just the fact of the people that make it a shitty area.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
This would be a
But,
great area
you
if
know.
it wasn't for all the people in it.
We can fix that.
It is. I lived out in that area. I was in Manassas for all my life, most of it. So it's a great area.
Yeah. Yeah. We will fix it. I hope. Oh, excuse me.
All right. Then.
It's kind of like where I go hunting in the UP. It's
We're out up there. Never mind. Wrong.
it's the land that time forgot. Basically, there's no one for miles, and it's just beautiful landscape.
Yeah. Yeah, I love BC. It's probably the most beautiful place on earth, in my opinion. Now, I haven't gone anywhere else, but we can replicate just about everywhere else on earth in my one province. So I
See,
figure out
this-
Everywhere, really.
just about.
Why it needs to be the 51st state.
Well, I really feel like let's just make it because what it's like 6 provinces.
6 provinces.
I don't know how many Canadian provinces are there.
7?
Provinces. There's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6,
See, even she is
Newfoundland.
counting.
7.
Yeah,
Right.
7, and then we've also got territories.
How many territories do you have?
2.
All right.
Damn it.
So if there's a really big province, we cut that one in half. We say 10. Boom. It's great. America goes from 50 to 60 in the blink of an eye. It's beautiful.
And then you just keep Trudeau out of it and just kick him somewhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just
We
ship
return him
everybody
to
up
Cuba so he
Montreal.
can finally see his dad. Is he still alive? Oh, that's a shame.
No, I think that one's dead.
They're
Yeah, I know,
both
that's why I
dead.
went, oh, that's a shame.
Doesn't matter which one you believe is the father. They're both dead. And they're both evil men. Pardon
Yeah.
me. Yeah, Trudeau Senior is the reason the World Bank owns our Fed. Trudeau Senior sold out our Fed to the World Bank, and now
this
we
is-
belong.
This
that,
is
yeah.
this is why you got to become American, and maybe even just on a limited term basis, just to clear out a few of them cobwebs. Biggity bam boom bang.
Yeah. You
Good
guys
point.
belong to the World Bank too, though.
So we'll get us both out. I mean, it's a joint checking account.
I heard that they were going to be a joint checking account. Nice. Sorry, that
checking
almost went
account
right
with,
over my head.
Geneva Convention creators.
Yeah, well, they they deserved it. Not our fault.
I'm just saying we could use that intuition and ingenuity.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we could use a bit more of a backbone strength too. But sorry. Someone
You're
asked a
gonna
question here.
die.
I know.
It was that joint bank account that threw her off.
I know,
Well,
right?
yeah.
Fuck, I didn't realize I was that good. I should bill for this shit. Oh,
There we go. Oh no, that wasn't it. Shit, now I don't know. Now I've lost it. There was a comment, but then I coughed and things went all squirrely in the chat. I lost my
Coughed, and then
space.
a mouse ran across the room, and then I saw God, and it was weird.
phone rang and it startled me.
Right? I'm glad you guys understand. Hello, Hoji.
And we're supposed to be getting all your damn cold weather tomorrow.
Not my damn cold weather. It's been warmer than it's ever been here.
We're supposed to get down, I think, without wind chill. They're saying in the negatives for us, and we're supposed to be getting snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Apparently, well, MJ, are you still in the chat? Apparently it got really freaking cold for you today and throughout the week. It's been so mild. It's weird how mild it's been this year. OG says gold has no real value. Water makes you rich. Very true. Very true. That's why I'm going in. Less people, pressure water.
Yeah, we got to minus 12 here today, and I think we're going to be getting just as bad, if not worse, tomorrow because my daughter's school's already canceled. So I told Aaron I wanted to take Monday off because my daughter wasn't going to have school, and I didn't want to risk waking her up and everything. And I was like, all right, that seems like a better plan. And then after whatever I ate or whatever was a problem with Sunday evening, it ended up working out really, really well. I'm like, cool. So everything works out. Like, there's a plan in action, guys, because, fucking, crying out the butt and all that stuff on the day off, and the daughter the day off. Great. She's back to school. I'm back to solid stools. We're good. And now literally I get a phone call before I came down here to do this thing where it's like, yeah, so-and-so from the school district tomorrow's going to be called off due to inclement weather. And I'm like, oh, so someone doesn't have school tomorrow either. Bullet dodged and reacquired. Okay.
All the schools here, I think, are already closing and all that. And we're assuming that our bosses are like, we're probably not going to work for the next 2 days.
It was
So a
mostly
bunch of
just a
us-
win for the gut issues that happened last night and this morning. Still glad I didn't do a show this afternoon or Aaron's show. Aaron's show this morning would have been a literal shitstorm. Yep. That's enough. No one wants to hear about such things. I apologize.
It's always fun to pee out your butt.
No, it isn't.
Wild. Trying to change. Sorry. Wild. He says, but Johnny, the important question is, did you get to make the waffles?
Yes, I made waffles. I have waffles. I'm gonna have waffle breakfast sandwiches tomorrow. So I made waffles
With your uber expensive eggs.
Oh, I still got 7 of them. You want them? Come get them.
Oh no, they're cheap here. I'm good on eggs. But thank you.
Next time you come by, maybe bring a few with you.
Will do.
Dude, that's how we can fund your trip. Let's start an egg smuggling business.
There you go.
Oh
there you
shit! I just
go.
made a joke about starting a business.
Oh.
Go with the gorilla one.
Wild. Who else? Mr. QSH, you heard it. You heard it. Oh man, I wish Bobby were here to clip it. Johnny just made up his own imaginary business for the first time.
I did not.
But you
Yeah,
did.
but that one's actually a more viable option for a business. Smuggling eggs.
Well, maybe a little bit more viable, but you have no idea just how popular Grillages is.
That would be 100% true. I have no idea.
When I snap my fingers, you will no longer remember that you love Gorilla-Jizz.
I love that clip. I can't believe that I'd never seen that clip before you showed it to me the other day.
It is very good.
Yeah. Stingy, you've probably seen it. The dude
What?
telling having a conversation with Buddy, and he's hypnotizing Buddy, or says he's going to. You know what, Johnny, you do
What?
it because you're the comedian. I'm not funny.
You want me to get you the clip and link it, or
That
send it
would
to you?
be even better. Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm not funny enough to deliver it and to do it right. Tom's got a timestamp for me though. Thank you, Tom. I'll have to go back and figure out how to clip stuff so that I can do that.
I just screen record and do it from my phone.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all I ever do.
I think I know how to do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know how to do that.
That's how I always save stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so here, I'll link it to you on Discord because I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
signed into this chat here.
Okay. Oops.
I don't think there's a version that isn't a shorts version, but you can full screen it and everything. So
Gotcha. Here we go. Oh shit.
dang, can I present something?
You should be able to. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, all right.
Let me click back over here and find it. Yeah.
All right. Now this screen.
Okay. Here you go, Stingy. If you haven't seen this, you're gonna love it.
Oh, I've seen this. I think I have.
I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
You're gay. I'm not gay. Exactly.
You forget
Yeah.
that you're ever gay.
I was never gay.
Exactly.
Wait, no, stop.
Yes.
No, stop. You can't. I was never gay.
Okay.
No, I was never gay.
Okay.
Sure.
You can't just state something, then snap your fingers, and then be like, I was never gay.
If you say so. If I snap my
Did you
fingers,
say so?
Yeah.
you forget that
I've
you're ever
seen
gay.
that one.
I've
Yeah.
never seen it before. I love it. But look at the confusion on this guy's face. but wait.
Where was? Hold on. I gotta figure. Let me send. Did I drop out or am I okay?
No, you're there. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
Oh, MJ
'Cause
says I just checked it. They changed it. We're not going to see 0 degrees tomorrow. So yeah, nice and freaking cold for you too.
It's a balmy 10 degrees right now for
Yeah,
me.
0 degrees Fahrenheit is actual temperature right now.
And if they get to negative 12, they shut down school here.
Yeah. See, and again, I don't know. Negative 12 here is different than negative 12 for you guys. It's confusing, you people, and your other maths and measurements.
If you
Confusing.
say so, the ultimate passive aggressive move. Agreed.
In proper math and measurements.
I'm gonna put this in our side chat. Someone pull this up.
Okay. Oh, come on, stop.
It's the. Has anybody ever watched Reservation Dogs?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the guy who plays William Knifeman. It's him doing a bit. One of our coworkers or one of our mechanics is native, and I Yeah, that's his ringtone on my phone and the picture, and he's like, "Mother." But
All right.
I sent him that, and he was laughing hysterically about it.
Do you
'cause
want
he'd
me to
never
do
seen
it? If your computer's gonna go
Well,
flexy?
yeah. Is it? I'll see if it's gonna work. You guys just let me know if it's even working.
Yeah, it's off YouTube. It's a YouTube clip.
Oh, I guess you know what? I would have to. Yeah, it's not that. What it is, it's my PC will not
I know
necessarily.
your
let me
PC
set
sucks.
it.
It's just as bad as mine.
I know.
I've got it already
boggles
loaded
my
up and
mind
ready
as
to go. If
well.
you want me to share my screen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then you do it.
Yeah,
Jeez, thank you
alright.
for doing so. you're so like able to do shit like that, and I can't. And thank you for.
Well,
Usually, I rely on Brian to do this.
All right. Well, there we go. My screen's shared.
you
It's
so much.
maximized. Here we go. And we'll rewind the 1 second. Meryl.
Nephew. Yeah. Your dad sent me you over here to teach you about these songs. Yeah. About these ways. Now, I've been listening to you. There's something about you I don't like. I mean, your songs, how you sing. So I want to hear you again. You know that AIM song? Yeah, I know. All right. Yeah. Hey, you know it? Yeah, I know it. Well,
Why
sing
is
it.
his drum
I want
look
to hear
good?
you and see how you sing. Singing it wrong. I don't know why you sing it that way. You sing it like this. Now you do it like that. I don't know what's wrong with you. You're not getting it. Look at me. You're not getting it, nephew. You gotta sing it like this, with passion. Like that. Can you do it like that? Like you're crying for the people. You do it.
Again, so his is fake, right? Like I'm not imagining that. His instruments seem very definitively fake.
Oh, sorry.
I don't
OG
know.
says sounds like sex with a Jeff Virgin.
Jesus
Hi, Island. Good to see you. Weird moment to join.
I think was the whole point of it, though.
Yeah.
I think his was supposed to be fake on purpose as a gag.
That's
the next thing we hear, Digger gets raided for sharing inappropriate indigenous videos and.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Are they Canadian or are they American?
I don't know if he is or not.
Hello,
I don't know.
Tegra. Hello, Tegra.
I don't know if my computer would move any faster. I could
come here. There we go. Here,
pull up information.
So Digger, -12 in freedom units is -24.
It's -24. Yeah. See, that's starting to get silly. That's a lot worse than.
Did you call it freedom units?
Yeah.
Fahrenheit's now freedom units.
I just, instead of commie units, because that's what the C stands for to me.
Yeah, I always say correct standard time when I say what time I'm on. I'm on correct standard time. There's Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time, and then there's correct standard.
Yeah, and I'm in The only time zone that matters, Eastern.
Says you.
Unless I'm up north hunting, then I have to do the Central Time.
What about
Where I hunt.
mountain time, says Brian. Yeah, what about mountain time? What's the difference between
Mountain time can
central and
f- off.
mountain? But
It's a
what's the
flyover
difference
time.
between them? What's the difference? Like,
Banjo music.
is there like an hour or like what makes where's
You got a pretty fanny pack, boy.
I don't think there is a difference between the Central and Mountain.
Yeah, I don't believe
No.
so.
it's the same
Except
thing?
for people in the
Central,
mountains.
it's 8 o'clock right now, so I don't know.
Okay.
Because there's only 3 hours difference between Eastern and Pacific.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. Brian says your time, mountain time, the central time. So 1 hour ahead of you. Okay.
Yeah. So it's the same as Central.
Okay. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, because that's Calgary, but I don't know that I don't know that I ever called it any time zone. I don't think I ever paid attention to that. It was just we gained an hour going to see the family. Central is 2 hours ahead of Digger. Okay, well then that's just and that okay, I see. You guys, I'm confused. I think I understand. At the end of the day, it's just an hour. From me. Gotcha. All right. Well, on that note, I'm confused. It's been 2.5 hours almost. So why don't we call it for both your house and truck in the front yard are missing its wheels? Okay, now you've just thrown a wrench, Dom.
Here,
Anyway.
before you close out, I have one last history question for you, David.
Okay.
That I wonder if you know the answer. Why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle?
Why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle?
Because he
You
can't
mean
come
as
on-
opposed to a can? Because it can't. It's got too much fizz, does it? Carbonation, right?
No, his wife's dead.
You didn't hear me say he can't come in the box.
I was thinking of Barks. Because Barks has bite. You said Dr. Pepper, but I was thinking and I didn't go anywhere near where you were aiming. Wow.
Well, the person who's aiming is probably Dr. Pepper, but it's largely self-guided once you
It's-
get in.
Because
Bottle doesn't really work.
I just look over, I'm playing a game, and I look over and just see her hand in her head, and I'm like, yep, mission successful.
yes. Thank you for that, Stingy. Oh man. Thanks you guys for hanging out with me today. Stingy AP Johnny, thanks for coming. Same
No
with
problem.
Kaiser. He was here earlier. If you missed him, you can go back and watch. Kaiser rocks. Wild, you're too cute, Digger. I know. I'm cute, so I can get away with being a little thick. Thank goodness for that. I'll see you guys on Wednesday morning on Johnny's channel, 11 a.m. Pacific time. You guys can all do your own damned math. That'll be Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific time on Johnny's channel. Just Kidding LLC, all one word. Otherwise, I'll see you Wednesday afternoon where I get to chat with chat. So I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.
Later.
She's a curious conductor.